And welcome back to the Crypto Hawk Show. Got a great one lined up. I got a deep dive, a really deep dive for later in the show. I start off the show with the smaller articles, and then the deep dive. That shit's going to take me, I'm sure, 20 minutes. It's massive. The deep dive is going to encompass a whole lot of shit. Might get a little complicated. Might be a little tough at times to see the connections, but I'll try my best to show you. We're seeing institutions coming in and getting all ready. What's kind of happening, imagine like a big old Home Depot. So you got to like pick the plot of land. You got to dig the trenches for all the water pipes and the sewer and all that, and then put the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Then you build all the sides of the buildings, and you got to run the electrical wire. It takes forever, right? You got to wait till the whole building's done. Then the building's got to connect to the power lines, and then you got to call the power company and say, hey, turn on electricity, make sure the toilet's flush and all that stuff. You got to do a whole bunch of stuff. That's where we're at now. About a month or two ago, 3 months ago, they just have the land. All they got's the land. And we're the speculators, right? So we're out there and we're camping out a year in advance, 5 years in advance for some of us, 7 years in advance for some of you guys. We're waiting for the store to open up. I can't tell you when it's going to open. I can tell you they're building a Home Depot there. I'm telling you they're going to have this, that, and the other. And you can be all ready. Now, they have these prepaid cards. If you get these prepaid cards, I can show you all these things, but guess what? The store is not opening until it opens. Now, you can be ready. You can be ready to get these cryptos when they're 2 cents, 7 cents, $2. You don't have to wait till it's $500, everybody. You don't have to wait until these cryptos are $1,000. You can get them right now for 7 cents. Oh, but, I just don't have the time to watch the Crypto Hawk Show. Well, figure the fuck out, right? While you're driving to work, 30 minutes. While you're driving home, it's 30. There's an hour. There's a whole show right there. Yeah, but, hey, whatever. All I know is when this thing goes down, I'm going to know I've done my best to prepare millions of people. Now, whether I got 10,000 that take advantage of it, and it's not my fucking problem. I can't get numbers on this channel. It's been this way for 5 years. My goal is to find those certain viewers and help them. I can't help the whole market. Everybody doesn't want help until it's too late. Oh, my phone call is going to be ringing, and guess what? Look, I've got people that I know from my past are going to want all kinds of little talk time, and guess what? No, it's going to be $500 for me to answer a phone call. That's how it's going to be. See, when the channel was small and I was starting off, nobody wants to call talk about none of this shit. I'm already starting to get the phone calls now from people from about 6 months ago and also in the past, because they're going to want information. When XRP hits 10, 20, $50, these motherfuckers will be calling me, and I'm going to be like this. Go to my channel, donate $500, and then we can have about an hour to chat, because I'm going to charge $500 an hour. You guys are getting all this shit for free. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for humanity. This is my commandment, that ye love one another, that your joy may be full. So right now, I'm doing my best to teach you as if you were paying me a lot of money, okay? I'm going out to humanity doing my absolute best. Boy Scouts honor. And then when I was a Weebelo, okay, Weeby Loyal Scouts. I'm doing my absolute best at this job that I can. I cannot put any more time and energy into this job. I'm maxed out. I'm trying to show you all the connections, the deep dive stuff. I'm trying to prepare you for what's coming. Mentally, emotionally, whatever it is. You're going to be ready for something great. And before then, it's going to be something very, very fucked up that's going to happen before it gets beautiful. Okay, we already know this. Don't say, Crypto Hulk, did you hear all the banks are going bankrupt? I'm like, no fucking shit, dude. I've been waiting for this for fucking 5 years. It's called a black swan. I know, you need to know, and then we just sit and wait until the black swan hits, everything burns to the ground. That's what crypto is. It's rising. It's the phoenix rising out of the ashes. Do you know what that means? The shit already burnt down. Get it? How do you fly out of the ashes if it hasn't burned up yet? You're not getting rich tomorrow. I'm just letting you know. I know all the other channels. Oh, they're talking about popping bottles and going to Vegas and da 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 da. That's so fucking stupid. What if it takes another 3 years? I'm just saying. I've already been here for 5. I'm not your cheerleader, okay? I'm a researcher that digs, finds evidence, and reports to you. That's all that this is. I try to make the content interesting, insightful. I'm trying to teach you, entertain you at times. Sometimes I need some entertainment. We need some laughs. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not Zoltar. I'm not. Oh, speaking of Zoltar, I'm not buying it. Don't worry. I'm not. Maybe when I'm crypto rich. The Zoltar, the real fucking machine, is $9,400. Now you can customize that machine to where I can, and it's in Boulder City. I mean, it's in Las Vegas area. Shit, I could fly down there, have them make the little Zoltar face and body of Crypto Hulk, right? You can customize it for $9,400. They can do a mold, get my face and everything, put a little Swami hat on, have me cussing, saying, bitch, or what do I say? Whatever little things that come up, I'll come up with some crazy shit. Or you guys could take clips of my show, send it to a website, and I'll watch what most people like me to say, all the crazy little antics from screaming or yelling, and we can have that in a Zoltar machine, and then the fortune pops out. So when I get crypto rich or something, we'll have a machine like that. Or we could, but you know, it's just kind of cool. And you can put incense in there, so it's a little smoky. You know, it gives it kind of a little feel like you're burning incense and fortune telling and shit and all that weird spiritual stuff. But yeah, I looked up on that website. I'm like, damn, $9,400? Holy shit. But it's cool. You know, it moves and, you know, the eyes move and get the hands going. You're like, oh, dude, that's weird. Zoltar. But I do like the Zoltar. I don't think I'd like to see the Crypto Hulk one. But Zoltar, well, maybe. I don't know. That just seemed pretty awesome to have. All right. I can't see the first 5 anymore, so that's gone. And 9,400. Here's Scrim de la Creme. Scrim de la Creme. $9,400 for a Zoltar machine with Hulk's voice. Talk about drug abuse. Put in one fortune. Yeah, I just got done snorting 5 ounces of cocaine and injecting some heroin. Hey, where's my Chiva at? I mean, it would get really kind of crazy. The shit I could make it say, we could make it move and shit like that and act all crazy. Oh my God. Let's Stephen Morris. Hold on a second. Stephen Morris, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Cheap drugs in crypto right now. Viagra and XRP right meow. All righty. Isn't it weird? Like, we were talking, like, that right meow stuff comes from Reno 911, that stupid fucking comedy show. And here I am living in Reno. What kind of coincidence is that shit? And I kept saying right meow for the past, couple of years. And now I'm living in Reno, where that Reno 911 shit came from. I think maybe because I thought it into existence. I'm telling you. All right. Super Troopers. Yeah. Not Reno 911. Okay. Yeah. Super Troopers then. Hey, I don't watch that shit. I don't even know. I mean, I saw a commercial on it like 25 years ago or something. I've never even watched that stuff. Just living the dream in Reno. Yeah, after Reno, I got about another year and a half here, something like that, and I'm going back to Sacramento area. I got to someplace nice. We'll be hopefully crypto rich, but hopefully I won't be making Crypto Hulk shows. But if I do, we create our own reality. That's what I think. Thoughts become actions. Totally believe in that. Okay, let me go to the disclaimer. My name's Crypto Hulk. The Force just gave 5 memberships. Let me see who they are. Then I'll give it a disclaimer about all my drug use and shit like that. And someone's like, those are rookie numbers. You should have snorted at least 50 lines instead of 30. And I'm like, are you serious? Okay. And some people are like, that's all? Oh my God, this show can get... Joshua Joseph received a membership by the Force. May the Force be with you. Ramiro Ramirez. I am Groot, Michael Klinger. Those people got memberships by the Force, and that was 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Up 5 would be Farm Gal. Okay. She got a membership by the Force. My name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, just somebody who calls out ULLSHIT. That's bullshit. Yep, I call it out when I sees it. My goal is to help you understand crypto. I don't know everything about crypto. I don't know anything about advising anybody on anything. All I do is I deep dive and I show evidence. That's it. I do a lot of drugs right before the show. Snort 10 lines of coke, inject some heroin just for fun, roofies, snort some methamphetamine, drink about 20 ounce, drink a whole bottle of tequila in an hour, not a big deal. And if need to, a little shot of adrenaline when I feel like, I think I'm losing it. Then I just mainline on some adrenaline and I'm good to go. All right. Let us start. This one's massive right here. Let's go. I'm telling you what, like every day now I'm doing shows. This shit's massive. Like it's not just another article. No, this is like shit that we said is going to happen is happening. ISO 20022. We're going to start with that. It's starting to happen, everybody. I want you to see. I wish it was going to happen faster. I mean, I need to get some more crypto. So, like, I'm just keeping it real. Like, if you're out there, don't set it off just now. I need another 3 months, okay? Maybe 4, but I need like 3 to 4 months. I'm trying to load up on more shit, okay? I didn't buy for like 4.5 years. I know it's my fault. But then I found out about Caleb and Brown, which I'm talking about all the time because it's fucking real. I'm trying to get this crypto while it's cheap. I'm telling you, and you guys know it. When this shit takes off, we're all priced out. Right now, the shit is welfare fucking cheap. Get a loan, get a $2,000 loan. Get your crypto, pay off $300 a month, $200 a month, whatever it is. Take a whole year to pay it off. When I first got my crypto, I got 3 months worth of pay, and it took me, 8, 9 months or a year or something, whatever it is, to pay it off. 3 months worth of pay and bought XRP at 15 cents a piece. I wasn't worried about an interest payment of $1,000 because I'm going to make like $1 million or $2 million off this, or I don't know, whatever I get from it. 1 million, 5, 10 million, whatever. I don't give a fuck about I lost $1,000 on interest. I don't care. I'm getting this fucking shit. Cash out your 401k. Somebody said, hey, whatever it is, you got to do what you do. For me, I don't fucking care. I love it. I'm up 100% on my gold investment. Gold doubled over the past I mean, I can't remember how much. I kind of can figure out how much money I've put in gold, but now it's getting to the point where I'm like, holy shit, gold's starting to push 4,000 an ounce. Hey, I got to get through the disclaimer. There's so much shit going on. Like, it's amazing. Let me get through the disclaimer because I got to get to work. Although we do learn when we have little chats and I read the comments, we learn from each other. But let me get some work done here first. Now, this is working. Here's what I need. YT has chopped down my viewership by 50%. Okay. What you're doing is working. Every single top chat, put something in the fucking top chat. After the show, put something in the fucking show. Whether it's a smiley face, hello, whatever. We need to show interaction, in real interactions. That's why I'm always hitting a heart. I can't comment to everybody. Y'all know that. Otherwise, it would take me 4 hours a day to do that shit. So what I do is if you see a heart, I've read the comment. Sometimes I can comment. I can't comment and start all these conversations. It would literally take me 4, 5, 6 hours a day. I got like 500 of you and 1 of me. So how am I going to talk with 500 people every day? It's not going to happen. If you want to ask a fucking question, put it in the top chat. Now, so in the chats and after the show, just put whatever. We just need it for interaction. Next, save this video to your favorites. Next, share this video and as many as you want to anybody or send it all to your email, okay? That's to remind you. We're not trying to manipulate an algorithm. What I'm trying to do is help you remind yourself to maybe rewatch shows again, okay? Lastly, make an 8-show playlist and play it every day. That's about 8 hours. What that's going to do is help you learn material. Do not push the mute button on YouTube. What some people do is find their keyboard and mute it right there. When you push the mute button on YT, they know about it and it'll be flagged as fraudulent. And then they could dump your channel, okay? Or you'll get a notice. Attention, YouTube user, if you're watching YouTube, don't put it on mute because you're messing with their algorithm. That's what they believe. I want you to watch all my shows. I want you to listen to them and all that. Now, on occasion, you might have to find your volume button here and push that all the way down so you can answer a phone call, but make sure you turn it back up when that call's over. Got it? Same thing if you're at work, let it play, let it rip. If you're doing that already, it's helping the algorithm, I can tell. Now we're going to get on with the show. And that's for show. Let me do a copy and a paste. Where are we at? Here we are. Okay, we're starting with ISO 20022. Real quick recap. Okay. Payment cryptos of the future. Cryptos that will be used as payment cryptos in the future will have to be ISO 20022. Okay. There's a list of them. Let me find them. Here they are. Let me do a copy paste. Now, I'm not talking about all cryptos. If you're brand new, I'm talking about payment cryptos, okay? Payment cryptos, not all crypto. These are the ISO 20022s, XRP, Cardano, Quant, Algorand, Stellar, Hedera, IOTA, and XDC. These will be utilized by banks and payment institutions for payments. We are talking about payment cryptos right here. These are the only ones that'll be utilized, okay? Now, there's other cryptos on the planet. There's probably about another 20, 30,000 cryptos. I'm specifically talking about payment cryptos. These are the only ones that will be used, okay? Volante, up, Ripple partner right here. What's Volante in the news for? I want you to go over this. This is happening now. Yesterday, this morning's show, we went over Cyprus Bank, the Bank of Cyprus, okay? They're utilizing ISO 20022. This is happening right now. For like 5 fucking years, I've been waiting for this ISO 20022 shit to happen. Now it's starting to fucking happen. Do you see this? All these years we've been waiting. Now it's happening. It's all coming into place right now. It's not going to be tomorrow. Now, why is all this starting to happen now? Because Trump got in office, and what he did is he got with the OCC, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. The other day, we read the 2 articles on the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency and the Federal Reserve. What'd they do? They greenlighted it. Right? So right now, that's why you're seeing banks. This is Volante. They're a Ripple partner. Yes, the other day we went over Cyprus Bank, the Bank of Cyprus. Now we're talking about Volante, who helps payment companies and banks. We are seeing them greenlight crypto for payments, okay? Payment usage, messaging systems for payments. That's what we're seeing right here. Volante, a global cloud payments and financial messaging company, has announced the launch of its Volante ISO 20022 service. What I want you to see here is this. It's about inclusion. You've got to include everybody. We're not going to have people that don't have the ISOs and they don't have the money. What this article is going to show you is this. I'm going to touch on it and we're going to move on. I'm going to summarize it for you, and then I'm just going to highlight a couple parts. Big banks, big institutions have a lot of money. They can go to Ripple and hire them for like $1 million and all these different things. Okay. Some companies are too poor. Now, we've got to include everybody. I'm saying that because Rodney Hood, the guy in charge of the comptroller of the currency, he said that in a speech, that all the comptrollers of the currencies around the world, we got to include everybody in payments and in banking. The banked, the unbanked, and the underbanked. Remember that? Okay. So what Volante's mission is, that's an extension. All this is a Ripple. This is a government thing. Look, the government needs everybody hooked up. Okay. So I know Volante is working for Ripple, and Volante's probably got some 3-letter agency people in there, and that's all good. I really don't care. What Volante is going to do is help small companies, small to mid-sized companies, hook up with the ISO 20022, utilize Volante's payment system so these companies don't have to spend millions to do it. Get it? They're trying to hook everybody up fast. This is what's going on. And I say, bring it. Volante, hey, hook everybody up right away. And hey, all the Ripple partners out there, that's what's going on. They're hooking everybody up now. So all these poor African nations, Southeast Asia, wherever it might be, these poor countries and stuff, they're all going to get hooked up. Now, they're going to be, it's like leasing. Like you lease a car. Like I can't go out and buy like a brand new fucking Ferrari or some shit like that. Or let's not use me. Some people can't go out and just afford to go buy a $200,000 Mercedes, so they lease it. I knew a guy that worked for BMW, so he kind of schooled me on this. So he's kind of like, don't bother buying a $180,000 Beamer. He was a top salesman. He was pulling like 200 a year or something easy, 250 or whatever. yeah, about 250 a year, $250,000. He's like, you know what the rich people do? And I'm like, no. What? And he's like, they lease it. And I'm not getting into the whole thing. But that's what Volante is they can work with these little companies, provide the ISO 20022 platform so that little company, that little store, whatever it is, can send payments ISO, split second like that. That's how you onboard everybody. That's the goal. That's what the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, he was in Birmingham, England, and he gave a speech, and I read the speech, and I know half you guys were asleep, and but that's what he was saying, is you've got to include the underbanked and the unbanked. That's what, now Volante is not quite doing that, But look, a poor business, maybe they're pulling in 100 or 200,000 a year. I don't know what the bottom end is Volante is, but they'll come in and work with you, and you kind of just lease the car. You don't have to buy it. You know, like my car, I'm leasing it. If I were to buy it, fuck, it's double the cost, right? So I can actually get into a nice car and pay half to like a third, a fourth, a quarter of what the car really costs to buy it. So that's what a lease does. It allows, you got to watch your miles and all that shit, but whatever. It allows you to get into a fancy car. Anyhow, enough of that shit. So, the service aims, so Volante aims to simplify the complexity of ISO 20022. Okay. Many companies still rely on legacy systems. So the old system, right? A lot of companies rely on that old system because that's all they know, and they don't got all this money to upgrade. So what does Volante do? They come in to assist legacy companies that use legacy payment systems. That's the old Swift stuff and all that. Volante will come in and help them use the high-speed shit for cheap, like leasing a fancy car, okay? Many still rely on legacy systems that cannot be updated to ISO 20022. So you're a small company, a bank, whatever it is, and you send money around the world, but you got that old school shit from 1973, okay? What Volante will come in to do is hook you all up with the fancy car, and you're only paying $400 a month instead of $1,000, $1,500 a month to buy the shit. You just pay $400 and you're good to go. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on with Volante. The ISO 20022. Now that's the end of Volante. But what I want to show you here is like the number 2 bank in the world, Citibank. They're partners with Volante. Let's take a look. This gets really fucking big quick. All right. Here's the article here. Just in, Citibank extends the partnership with Ripple-powered Volante. There you go. Up next, who else is partners with Volante? Well, that would be FedNow service, Crypto Hulk. Let's look at this article right here. And people are like, holy shit. Volante is a Ripple partner, and they're linked up with Citibank, the number 2 bank in the world. That's not a big deal, is it? That's not news, Crypto Hulk. Now we learn that from what I'm just sending you right now, I'm looking at a FedNow page. It says instant payments, explore.fednow.org. Yep. What's on the front page right here? Volante Technologies. Son of a bitch. There you go. Volante's hooked up with FedNow. Next, here is the ISO 20022 again. There's the list. These are the only cryptos in payments that are worth a shit. You better have at least 3 of those. There's that list. And I'm done with that particular news group. Let me check the comments. We'll go on to the next news article. Give me a minute or so to look in here. Oh, yeah, on Thursday, today's Monday, 3 days from now, maybe 2.5, you got Kalen Brown's going to be on the show, 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. I'm pretty sure that's the time, 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific, Thursday, coming up now today it's Monday in the United States. It's Tuesday in Australia. So it's Monday here, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So about 2 2.5 days or so from now, right around there. Any kind of crypto questions about buying, selling, custody, Kevin Brown is where I personally, you can do whatever you want, but I personally love the fact I've got the same custody as BlackRock, BNY Mellon, Sony, some of the biggest banks of the entire world. BlackRock, the biggest investment company of the world, has relationship with Kalen Brown uses Fireblocks for custody, so BlackRock has them as well as Medico and probably Standard Custody as well, and some others. So, yeah, they'll be on the show. Let's do this. Let's go to the next news article here. Hold on, let me put somebody, hide them from the channel. Anybody who starts saying, hey, I got 10,000 in my MetaMask wallet, that person gets blocked right away because that's definitely a bot. Okay. Next article here is crypto speculation. Okay, you know all this chart analysis dumb shit that the digital dildos use, and well, here's Coins Kid, and his price prediction is this, and the Bearable guy with his cartoons, and and the inverted double cross, and the double dildo. There's Bart Simpson's pecker right there. That usually means on the third day of the month, we'll see Sagittarius rising over Uranus. Okay, what we got here is crypto speculation dominates the $600 billion cross-border payments. This is the Bank of International Settlements. They're in charge of all the banks in the world. They did a report. They're also a Ripple partner, by the way. Not Bitcoin and not Ethereum either. Definitely not Dogecoin or Pepe or Squee or whatever the fucking shit is. Speculative activity. Let me repeat. Speculative activity remains closely tied to global funding rates, highlighting crypto's growing interconnectedness with traditional finance. The BIS says hundreds of billions of dollars in cross-border cryptocurrency payments flow globally. Crypto driven primarily by speculative investment. And if anybody's out there and you guys are watching the Digital Dildo and these other fucking dummy ass shows, well, let's put this now. I want you to know what these fucking dummies do. They don't believe in this stuff. They just find it entertaining. I'm like, wow. So here's what you do. when you don't want to help your viewers do real research, you bring up speculative dumb shit and you let people watch it and say, well, I don't know anything about that, but I'll sure take the price. I'm like, wow, that is so fucking stupid. Okay. I'm going to show a monkey on my channel playing with his balls. And I don't believe in that, but I just wanted to show you because I thought it was interesting. Okay, let's get going. The BIS published on May 8th, so a couple days ago, found cross-border payments using the two largest crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the two largest stablecoins, Tether and Circle, totaled about $600 billion. Our finding. Now, what did the Bank of International Settlements find? Our findings highlight speculative motives. You know what that means? Guessing. The crypto prices They're guessing. With Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're guessing. Do you get it? That's why those prices are so high. It's speculative. It's not me saying it. It's the Bank of International Settlements, a Ripple XRP partner. Our findings highlight speculative motives and global funding conditions as key drivers of native crypto assets flow. What drives Bitcoin and Ethereum's price? Speculation. Due to what? Global funding. Very interesting. I've told you already. They're all bullshit. It's horse. Actually, I've been calling Ethereum and Bitcoin horse shit for 5 years. In the end, you guys will see Crypto Hulk's right as usual. Still, the report noted that stable coins like Tether and Circle and low value Bitcoin transactions are frequently driven by practical use case. Let's repeat this again so you get it. Stable coins appear to be practical use. Low value Bitcoin transfers are people trying to buy real shit. Now, Bitcoin whales, Ethereum whales, speculative motives. Our findings highlight speculative motives for Bitcoin and Ethereum, large purchases. The prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum are driven by whales, which are speculative motives. There you go right there. Crypto Hulk explained to the brand new people. But Crypto Hulk, why are the prices of Ethereum and Bitcoin like so high and stuff? I just showed you right here. Speculative motives. Because why? The Bank of International Settlements tells us. It's not Crypto Hulk. Now, stablecoins, their price is the same because they're buying real world shit that people need. Practical use case, says the BIS. Okay, next paragraph down below here, it starts off speculative crypto activity. Speculative. So the money that goes into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Pepe, all the dumb shit, right? Okay. What is that according to the BIS? Speculative or gambling, speculative crypto activity remains tied to global conditions for funding in major crypto markets. There you have it. Let's go to, let me click out of that. Here is an article showing us that Ripple is working with the BIS. How is it that Ripple works with all these governments and agencies? And why is it that Bitcoin and Ethereum are never involved in this shit? How is the price of Ripple so low and the price of Ethereum and Bitcoin so high? I just explained to you, it's all speculation. According to the BIS, there's your answer. Right here, title this article, Ripple joins the BIS task force. There you go. This article was 2 years ago. It's not Ethereum, not Bitcoin. That's the end of that article. Let me take a short break and we'll go to the next article real quick. Carla Brower says, thank you, Hulk. Ram Hernandez says, I have friends that I talk to about buying crypto and XRP. They think it's foolish. I feel bad for them. Ram, only some people are going to get it. That's just how it is. So you just got to live your life. Hey, if somebody wants to learn, great. If not, I personally don't care. I'm not trying to sell a used car. You know, your natural inclination. I've helped some people along the way. Oh, yeah. And then there's some people that just don't get it. Some people are like, oh, I'll get to it when I got time. And that won't happen. But guess what? Who's going to be the first people to call you? Those same people that are, well, I never had time. You know, come on, man. I've known you for like 10 years. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. No, there's no come on, man. I was there for all these years. For the past 5 years, where have you been? Like, if we took off tomorrow, I'd be like, I've been talking about this shit for 5 years. Why all of a sudden you waste my fucking time right now? Oh, all of a sudden now you got time? Guess what? I'll get back to you in 5 years. Let's do that. Hey, just being fair. It took you 5 years to talk to me. Okay, I'll start the timer. It'll be 5 years when I talk to you. I'm just being fair. I'm just trying to be like you. Were you fair to me? Waiting 5 years? Okay, then I'll just be fair to you and wait 5 years. That's all. No harm. Just being equal, right? We want equal friendship. So Chris Sharpie says, I'm changing my number. Yeah, I know, me too. Crazy how my job allows me to listen to the show at whatever volume. Planes are so loud, this show would be a relief to my coworkers. Yep, you could learn while you work. Okay, 2 articles. I'm going to go through them quick, and then we'll try to do a deep dive. The first one is New Hampshire. Oh, wait a second. Jeannie Rainbow, member for 33 months at the 2024 crypto explosion. Very cool. It's almost like 3 years. Okay, right here, New Hampshire. New Hampshire becomes the first state to pass a strategic Bitcoin reserve bill into law. Today, New Hampshire officially became the first state to pass a strategic Bitcoin. Governor Kelly Ayotte, there she is sitting there signing the paperwork. She's smiling. She signed it into law, establishing a forward-thinking policy that mirrors Satoshi's actions for creating a Bitcoin and digital reserve fund. It takes place 60 days from now, because after it passes, it takes place 60 days. New Hampshire, it's setting the stage for New Hampshire to begin accumulating Bitcoin and other digital assets. This authorizes the New Hampshire Treasurer to purchase Bitcoin. Listen to this. And other digital assets as long as they have a market cap above 500 million. A threshold currently met solely by Bitcoin. However, the law caps the holdings at 5% of the state's total funds. The law mandates, now this is interesting, the law mandates that any Bitcoin or digital asset held in the reserve to be kept in the United States regulated custody, either through a state-controlled multi-sig wallet, a qualified custodian, or a U.S. exchange traded product. So that is very interesting right there. Next article is about Missouri. If you're outside of the United States, Missouri is a state in the United States, and they passed, okay, they're getting ready to pass something here. Missouri bill will exempt capital gains from income tax. No Democrats supported the bill. Do you hear all that? Missouri wanted to pass a law that says your capital gains from income tax, you're not going to have them. I mean, the Democrats, none of them agreed for this bill. They all voted against it. They all wanted to tax your crypto. Not one Democrat. Wow. That's fucking amazing. Missouri House Republicans muscled up their biggest tax cut priority of the year, setting a bill exempting capital gains from income tax to the governor, Mike Kehoe. I'm going to let that article go. They talk about refundable property tax credits. If you're 65 and over, people over 65 and people with disabilities don't have to pay the tax. Diapers and female hygiene products are exempt. So that all is interesting. And why this is important, because it depends. They look like they're a state that when you start making money on crypto, I think this state is going to be different. You might have some federal tax, but if this state here keeps doing what they're doing, I've never had an inclination to move to Missouri, but that might get some people to want to live in Missouri. So I decided to put that out there. Okay, now let me check the comments real quick. Now we'll get into the deep dive. I got 13 minutes. I'll let it go over a little bit if we have to. If you're having issues, delete the YT phone app. Let's do it right now. I'm going to go to my YT app. I'm going to delete. Then it's going to ask me keep subscription. I'm going to push it for yes. Now I have something called YT Studio. I'm going to delete that. Now I'm going to go back in, load the YT. Give me a minute here. Okay, YT's loaded. Let me hit the plus sign, allow the camera, allow the microphone. Let me click the video button, allow full access to all the pictures. Let me go to YT Studio. This really helps get rid of bugs, everybody. Okay, got it. Let's get into a deep dive here. Here we go. Now, this article, I want you to see something here. It's dealing with real estate tokenization. I want you to see, let's go on with this. United States, real estate asset manager launches a $100 million tokenized fund with institutional backing. The PREA, P-R-E-H, PREA multifamily fund is being tokenized on the real-world asset-focused Chintai blockchain. Now, it sounds very similar to China. And the reason that it does, because Chintai is Singaporean, which is run by China. So, and Singapore, we'll get into that. Singapore is a total Ripple partner from day one. That's Ripple's probably first huge bank is in Singapore. Real estate, Patel Real Estate Holdings launched a fund on the Chintai blockchain aimed to give who? Accredited investors, people like not you and me, access to institutional grade real estate opportunities. This is really a fucked up situation, everybody, and I'm going to show you why. It's because these are crypto that me and you could buy. They just choose to be like, nope. We're just going to have, just the rich people. This is why I take my job serious, is because we are in so early. Right now, you're buying crypto. In the future, they will not let you buy. That's why right now it's the time to just get this shit. Use the Caleb and Brown, buy it, and it's in custody, institutional custody. Now let's go down to the 4th paragraph. This $100 million fund is part of a broader $750 million investment vehicle co-developed by PREH and several firms. It lists Carlyle, DRA Advisors, Walton Street Capital, RPM, and KKR. So what I did, I looked up Carlyle. We're going to see massive Ripple connections here. But let's go down to the bottom. 5, 6, 7, 8th paragraph. 8th paragraph. Chintai is a tokenized, focused layer 1 blockchain that also powers the R3 Sustainability Fund. Okay. Now, let's keep in mind R3, and let's keep in mind Carlyle. Now, here's an article here. R3, Corda Network. Let me do a copy and a paste. They're going to use the crypto XDC. So there's the R3. Now go down to where it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we read that. Chintai is a tokenized, focused layer 1 blockchain that also powers the R3 Sustainability Fund. Now let's look up Chintai. I can't show you this page. It's a 2020 page, so it's about 5 years ago. But all I wanted to show you is it says Chintai Network Services, PTE Limited, is a Singapore-based fintech provider for custody. So it has custody, issuance, and secondary trading of tokenized securities. Now that sounds very interesting. Listen what they say. Chintai, they say Ethereum, Tezos, and other popular protocols are slow, have costly gas fees, and cannot meet compliance requirements without putting logic off-chain. So this is Chintai telling us that it's not Ethereum, it's not Tezos, and other popular protocols that are slow, and anything has a gas fee, forget it. It's not going to be used. So that's what Chintai is saying, the Singapore company. Now I can show you this article here. Let me do a copy and a paste. This page here is from a website called The Tokenizer. It's from February 7th, 2024. It starts off with this. Leading on-chain markets platform Obligate has joined forces with London-based Arcax, ARCHAX. That's a Ripple partner right there. So we've got Obligate is a platform utilizing Ripple platform Archax. Now, it's out of London. They do custodian right here. Archax is a global regulated digital asset exchange, brokerage, and what? Custodian. Oh, shit. Yes. Now, I'm going to show you the article about Archax is a partner of Medico. Let's do this. Copy and a paste. These are like serious connections right here. Here's the title. Archax partners with Medico. And they're on the IBM cloud. What's on IBM? Hyperledger. Who's a partner of Hyperledger? Stellar. So there's Archax. The article told us that Chintai is partnering with that company, Obligate, and Obligate's using Archax. Let me see. Okay, here it is. I showed you that article with Obligate. Now, I did I'll get with you here in a second, Stu. The article I showed you was from The Tokenizer, and it's showing Obligate and Archax. Archax is where the custody comes from. I did a Google AI search. I typed in, is Chintai a partner of Obligate? Here's what it says. Yes, Chintai is a partner of Obligate. This partnership involves Obligate and Archax, a leading on-chain markets platform. Working together, Chintai is also partnered with ALGO. Okay, so we've got Chintai. Then we see a company called Obligate, who's working with Archax, which is a Ripple partner. That's where all the exchange, the custody and stuff comes from. And remember, we started off with some real estate article talking about Chintai, which we've never heard of before, but all roads go back and lead to Ripple, okay? That's why you watch the Crypto Hawk Show, because I spend a lot of time showing you all these connections. Now, wait, but there's more. There's another crypto involved. It's called Hedera. Oh, shit, let's take a look. But wait a second. Let's go back to Stu Lavelle gave 10 memberships. Stephen Barry got a membership. Mark Caston, Cruz Redeye, Grayman 777 got a membership from Stu Lavelle. Kim Washington, Stony Bones, Broflex 717 got a membership from Stu Lavelle. Feed, Scotty J, Gerald Keaton received a membership by Stu Lavelle. Then we got kind of new to crypto. Thank you very much for that tax-free donation. No late fee. We're here early, Hulk. Thanks for all your work. Right on. So I'm looking here. I'm seeing an article. There's Hedera. Hedera is working with Archax. Archax is a Ripple partner. Archax is working with Obligate, who's working with Chintai to tokenize all this real estate. Now, what's interesting is Medico is a Ripple partner. Let's look here. Oh, first, before I got it, I told you Hedera is a partner of Archax. Hedera is also a Ripple partner. Oh, man. Yep. That's another crypto. There's a lot of cryptos in this thing. We went over IBM, which is Stellar, XRP, Hedera. Now I've just showed you XRP is copied with Hedera and Algorand. So now we're up to at least like 4 or 5 cryptos right here. But I'm not seeing Ethereum or Bitcoin pop up. That's just very interesting. Why is that? Because no one's going to use that shit, Crypto Hulk. You already told us that like 5 years ago. Here's the title of this article: Ripple and XRP Labs, both. Ripple, the software company, and the XRP I presume that's Ledger or Labs. Labs, there it is. Join Hedera and Algorand. There's your evidence right there. Now, the Carlyle Group, by Jove. Here is, remember at the first article, Chintai, it listed 4 or 5 companies that invest and work with Chintai. Here's this Carlyle Group. That's the group that was there with Chintai. Let's take a little look at the Carlyle Group, shall we? The Carlyle Group is going to acquire something called Calistone. And, well, son of a bitch, if we go to the AI of Google, and if you type this in, let's see what other crypto's involved in this, Crypto Hulk. Okay. If you ask Google AI, is Calistone, that is owned by Carlyle, using the R3 Corda technology? Your answer is yes. Calistone is using R3 Corda. There's another crypto they're using. Yes, Calistone's using R3 Corda technology, specifically for their distributed market, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Oh, starts talking about Calistone is also involved with HQLAX. That's so fucking massive. And then the 6 Digital Exchange. That's in Switzerland. The 6 Digital Exchange was the world's first stock market that runs on crypto blockchain. First one in the world. Now, Circle, we also know for about a week or 2 ago, Circle signed a memorandum of understanding with the New York Stock Exchange. So now it is going to use Circle's technology to run the stock market there. And that's the XD, and stock markets run on XDC. So the New York Stock Exchange is going to run on R3 Corda, which is XDC crypto. Now, just to have a little fun, Chintai is out of Singapore. So let's look at what connection do Singapore and Ripple have in common. There's my show. I sent you this video. Go to the 2-minute, 16-second mark. 2-minute, 16-second mark. What do you see? A Ripple logo, Ripple Singapore. What does it say? Gold and silver in your what? Your wallet. And if you let it play and you look in the upper right corner, it'll show a wallet right there. You can download it. Now, in this video here, if we go to the 2-minute, no, 3-minute and 48-second mark. So we're talking a 3-minute, 48-second. We're talking about Ripple Singapore, 2014, only 11 years ago. They had what? An exchange, a Singapore exchange, where they had gold, silver, commodities, all kinds of stuff. Well, look at page number 348. It shows what was this gateway? What was this exchange? Gold, silver, crypto, fiat. And look right here. They had commodities, physical commodities, and securities, fiat, and more. This is how deep Ripple was in with Singapore. That's why Chintai is probably using all his Ripple technology, okay? I'm just showing the evidence right here. You'd have to be like retarded to say, no, Chintai's not using any of this. Even though Ripple's been in Singapore for 11, 12 years doing this, Shintai has to be using it as well. Lastly, Singapore is very heavily Chinese controlled. And then just the name of it, Shintai, right? Well, look what I'm going to show you here. I already showed you Ripple Singapore. Go to the 36-second mark. 36-second mark. What do you see here? Well, Crypto Hulk, I'm new, but that says Ripple China. And it shows CNY, and it shows 2013, not 14. What is this? This is when Ripple, with Justin Sun, went into China to hook up the Chinese with XRP. Now, the CNY. CN is country code for China. US, the United States of America, it's US. That's why with United States dollar, you see what? USD, right? US for United States, D for dollar. CN for China, Y for yuan. So what happened here, Crypto Hulk? Ripple made the Chinese yuan. It's a CBDC. It's already done 12 years ago. Nobody knows except you and me. It's a little secret. Ripple already made the Chinese money. Why do you think Trump passed this trade deal? Because we made the Chinese dollar, the Chinese yuan. They make it look like they're the enemy. I'm showing you right here. Why the fuck? Let me ask you a question. I'm going to delete this out. I've been showing this now for like 3 years. It's literally shocking to me how no other channel is talking about this. Just me, seriously. Like, that shows you the fucking garbage, broke dick level of all these other channels is they have no fucking clue. I was listening to Digital Dildo today. I'm not telling you which one. He's like, well, you know what? It's got to be some kind of, this crypto's got to be some kind of government operation. I'm like, wow. For 3 years, I've been showing you Ripple China, Ripple Russia, and all that. And you still have no idea? I've been showing this for 3 fucking years. Truly amazing and how fucking stupid these people are. I've been showing you for almost 3 years about Ripple China. That's where the automated market maker came from. 3 years ago, I was showing you about the Ripple automated market maker. No one's even heard of this fucking thing. You know why? Because I've been talking about it when it was the XMM, the XRP market maker. They started it with China in 2013. Ripple's AMM, you know that XLS 40 or whatever dumb shit they're all promoting, and then David Schwartz came out, was all talking, yeah, we got this new thing. And I'm like, it's not a new thing, dummy. This shit, come on, tell these people the truth. This fucking shit was started with China. Like, I'm not going into XRP Las Vegas because I got so much fucking dummy ass people in there. They're so fucking butthurt if I had to tell them the truth. David Schwartz comes out. Oh yeah, we got this new thing. It's called the XLS 40 or 20, whatever the fuck. I don't know what it's called. I don't even give a shit. Yeah, it's this new thing, and it's not a new thing. Ripple's been using the XMM, which is the AMM. It was in beta testing in 2013 with who? China. Why don't you ask David Schwartz about the XMM? Say, hey, David, remember this thing called Ripple Dividend in 2013 with China? You remember about that, don't you? How Ripple made the Chinese yuan, the digital yuan, you know, like with Ripple China, right, David? You remember that, right? You were a part of that. I'm under non-disclosure. I can't talk about that. Well, Crypto Hulk already told us, so you can just go ahead and answer the question. This automated market maker, why didn't you tell everybody it really started in 2013 with China, with Ripple Dividend in China? You want to talk about that a little bit? No, that's I can't really. Hey, Brad G, you want to talk about that and answer that? Brad's like, oh no, can't say none. Crypto Hulk already knows. That's why I'm not going to Ripple this XRP Las Vegas because I know about shit before it comes out. I've been telling you about the automated market maker 3 years ago, and the AMM came out about a year and a half ago. So I'm telling my viewers about Ripple shit before it even comes out. All righty then. Let me check some comments here and wait, before I do that, Robert Brewer. Thank you very much, Robert, Bob, Bobby. Thanks for all your research. Then we got Arthur L. Arthur sent 5 memberships to people. Crypto Van Life, Dust to Dust, Perseus, GC Square got a membership from Arthur L. And then TMJPX got a gift membership from Arthur L. Awesome. Awesome. You know, it's great having a channel. Michael Russell wants to know how to donate. Well, you should look, if you look at the top chat, well, first off, you've got to load YouTube on your phone. Make a username, password, and all these things. You can't just have no YouTube account, go to YouTube and watch my show. You have to get an account through your phone. So download the YouTube app on your phone, username, password, and then you'll see it pop up below. If you don't have an account on your phone, you will not see how to donate. But when you do, you see like a little money. It's a rectangular box with a money symbol in there. Hulk, just do your typical drugs before XR. Just do your typical drugs before XRP Las Vegas and you'll be fine. Oh my God. Keith Dominic is like, I wish I came across this show 5 years ago. Better late than never. Another great show I've learned a lot in. Look, what's going to happen is this, okay? When a lot of lonely, desperate people show up to something called XRP Las Vegas, they have high hopes and unrealistic dreams that they're going to go there and they're going to be rich while they're there. I don't even know why people are going. XRP is designed for banks and institutions, not us. This whole, I'm not getting into it. It's just a waste of my fucking breath. But just if you go in there, if you try to bring up like what I'm bringing up, they don't want to hear truth. You're going to have, I don't know, a few thousand heavy mouth breathing, knuckle dragging Neanderthals. And everybody thinks the same thing. Everybody's a Ripple cheerleader. Oh, go David Schwartz. Yay, go Brad Garlinghouse. Woo, Monica Long. Like all this dumb shit's going to happen, okay? The minute you try to bring up truth, they're going to shut you down because these motherfuckers don't want the truth. Otherwise, these people would be watching the Crypto Hulk channel and not these dumb shits that they watch. All right. They don't want the truth. They want to hear the stories and all this fucking dumb shit and make friends. And with the XRP family, even though it's supposed to be called the XRP army, the 2 digital dildos lost their nuts. So now they call it the XRP family because it just sounds like a kindler, gentler nation. And I'm not trying to get mixed up with dumb shits like that. All right. All right. I'm going to go. Mr. OG says, I go to the Ripple Las Vegas because I want to connect with other digital dummies. Mr. Digital Sweaty Face. Jason Hendricks, thank you very much, Jason, for the tax-free donation. All right. I think that'll be a wrap. And I have no news articles. Kathy K is like, I tried listening to those idiots. Couldn't last 10 minutes. It's just sad. Like, yeah. So, like, I can't go in there because I'll try to say something and nobody's going to want to hear it because it goes against the lie. And that's, I don't want to hear the truth. I don't want to hear the truth. I just want to make a whole bunch of friends here at XRP Las Vegas. Crypto host got to go away because he has all this truth. And it would just destroy my whole existence of trying to be on the XRP army and just, oh God, we're friends with China. What? Oh shit, no, it can't be possible. Wait a second. This whole thing's a government operation? Oh gosh. And I'm back again. YouTube had to shut the channel off because I was getting too real about XRP Las Vegas. They couldn't handle it. That's what's going to happen. I'll be at XRP Las Vegas on a microphone, and just somehow the microphone will go out. Just, hello? Yeah, sorry there, Crypto Hulk. Yeah, the microphone went out. Sorry about that. You know, many are called, few are chosen. You guys are the chosen ones. Oh, I got 589 people on the show. Now it's 592. Okay. I am going to head off. What time is it? 6:15 p.m. Pacific time. Up. Lions Den Dan. The FYT Fund and the fake news. That's a shame. We have to be on a platform where people donate to an FYT. This is fucking pathetic. This corporation called YouTube, it's a complete fucking train wreck. All right, I'm going to go work on getting another show. And that's faux show. Andre Renard, welcome to the entry-level membership program. Andre. Hola, mi nombre es Andre. XRP fakeness. Like if I went into XRP Las Vegas and I just got simple questions for Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz, like they can't have the whole conference. No, it would not work. Because when I start pulling up stuff, especially if I can get my computer plugged into theirs and start showing them all the stuff, they'll just be like, oh shit. See, it would destroy the whole conference. Because I would expose like Ripple Russia, Z Payment. Brad, real quick. Z Payment here was started in 2007. They wiped that off the internet. You can't find it. But I got it. David Schwartz, Brad Garlinghouse. Can you look at Z Payment? January 9th. And that shows 2014, doesn't it? And what does it say? Yeah, we are proud to announce our relationship with Ripple, utilizing the XRP. So that's Z Payment. David Schwartz, could you comment on that? He'd be like, Brad, I think you were the one that got that deal. How about if you talk about it? And then they'll be like, no, where's Evan Schwartz? Get him on it. Yeah, that was back in his day. Evan Schwartz or so. Oh, Evan's not here? Oh, yeah, sorry. We can't answer that question. That's all it's going to do. Every single fucking question I go to ask, they're not going to be able to answer it because it's going to go back to the government and it's not going to end well. Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple, let me ask you something. Hey, how did you guys work with China making their money? Like that passed the Defense Department? Like, how'd you pull that one off? I mean, how was it that we had to cancel Facebook's Libra crypto, but Ripple can work with Russia and hook them up with the XRP and China? I know I don't have a degree in economics or something, or I'm not a lawyer, but I just don't understand. Isn't that like a national defense issue? Just a little bit? Brad, I'll have you answer that one. It'll be like deer in the headlights, look. They'll be like, and how did you find this information? And they'll be like, 3-letter agency, get him, cuff him up, get him. I'll be like, oh, I gotta go, bye. Nice seeing everybody, gotta go, bye. That's what would happen. Then I'd have all kinds of Neanderthal, heavy mouth breathing, knuckle dragging, XRP family members. Get him! No! You can't let him tell the truth. My whole life will be over. I'm still living with my grandma and I'm 55 years old. I need something to believe in. Oh my God. All right. Yo Hulk says, Anson 16, you talked me into getting one of those Wi-Fi pianos. It's nice. Like, I can't play the piano, but I can appreciate really good piano music. Not all kinds, just the really good stuff. And it was at a Costco one time, one of these Steinway, I think it was. And the guy had like a $25,000 piano there. He's we got some for $100. Oh, shit. Well, that's probably just a little bit too much for me. But the $25,000 one, I'm listening to it, and it just sounds great. Nobody's playing it. It's got Wi-Fi, so it takes the signal, and you can program it to play all kinds of stuff, and it plays itself. It plays by itself, and it sounds just amazing. But I mean, you've got to be somebody who appreciates that. You know, I mean, when we're rich, when I got, a couple million or something, I could knock out 25 G's for a Wi-Fi piano. But it's just, I appreciate good music, whether it's orchestral music, any kind of music. I love all music, but especially orchestra, or when you really, really hear it, not from a good stereo. That's the way I like to listen to music. So, all right, can I buy the piano on Caleb and Brown? Well, you could. I gotta go. All right, I gotta go. Adios, everybody. I'm gonna try to put the show together in the morning at 7 a.m. I don't know if I can, but I will try my best. I'll see you then.